Hello and welcome to the Sale Creek Panther News. I'm Patrick Lloyd.
And I'm Michael Kinser.
Breaking news!
The National Honor Society will host a college and career fair on February 27th for students 8th through 12th grade.
And that got me wondering about the teachers and their career paths here at Sale Creek, so I sat down with a few teachers to ask them about their work lives.
Well, to be perfectly honest, being a teacher wasn't my first career choice. When I first came out of college, I spent 5 years in the military. And then when I left the military, I spent about 10, almost 12 years working in manufacturing. But about 2010, I made a decision that I really wanted to teach history and coach football. And so at the age of 38, I decided to make a career change and became a teacher.
Oh, that's a long story. In college, I actually wanted to become a physician at one point. And bad planning on my part led me to another area of science. I love science. I understand science. I think science is common sense, so I thought it'd be great to teach others.
I chose this career because I felt like I was born to do it. My mom.
Well, even back when I was in high school, I had thought that one day I would like to coach, but as the way my life turned out, I just didn't see it happening because I was working in manufacturing until, like I said, about 2010, I got an opportunity to start helping coach football at Saudy Daisy Middle School, and then it just kind of went from there. Mr. Davidson ended up offering me a position at Saudy Daisy Middle School teaching history, and I accepted, and I have not looked back. I really enjoy it.
I've been doing this career for 15 years. When I moved back to Chattanooga, I immediately enrolled in a teacher education program. So
Have you always wanted to do this?
Yes and no. I always knew that this is what I was going to do, but there was a time where I denied it, and so I started college and I chose a different major. I went into advertising for a little while, but I knew my heart was in education, so I went back.
Where'd you go to college?
Well, I earned my bachelor's degree from the United States Military Academy at West Point. Majored in military history, and I have a master's degree from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, an educational specialist degree from Lincoln Memorial University, and I'm currently a doctoral candidate with Liberty University. So I've attended several colleges.
went to UTC, both my bachelor's and my master's.
Was it a good college?
I loved it.
I started at the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, and then after a year and a half, I transferred to Chattanooga.
Most people don't know that Coach Cox tried to run over me with a race car one time. It wasn't on purpose, but you'll have to ask him about it.
I was a college cheerleader. Most people don't know that. And for all you doubters that think that is not a sport, it is a sport.
Okay.
I broke my nose, I broke my leg, cheerleading, so.
If you could...
Something you don't know about me is that I grew up on a farm.
My high school self-advice, it would be to learn how to study and do your work. Don't just think, oh, this comes easy, so it's always going to, because it's not always going to come easy.
If I could say anything, and this comes from personal experience, you may think that you slide through high school because it's easy. Take advantage of guidance counselors, career counselors. They know what they're talking about, and they have a lot of advice that can steer you in the correct direction on your children's careers.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I could go back to high school and give myself advice, it would be to break up with your boyfriend and do what you want to do. So my advice to any high schooler right now is do what you want to do. Don't worry about trivial things or what your friends are doing or what your boyfriend or girlfriend wants you to do. Really do what you want to do.
Alright, that's all.
That was really interesting.
As you know, last week was Spirit Week. Here are some highlights.
Now for some highlights from the basketball game on senior night.
Are you ready to go? Now I know how to make them stop and stare as I zone out. The club can't even handle me right now. Watching me, I go all out. The club can't even handle me right now. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. The club can't even handle me right now. Put your hands up, let's celebrate now. Put your hands up, you know who shut them down.
When we were kids, we hand-painted strawberries on a swing. Every moment was so precious.
I see you together, let's get 'em. Hey, I own the night and I don't need no help. Gotta be the feeling that's Scarface fair. Fight for the club, arrogant like yeah. Fall out, cause that's the business. All out is so ridiculous. Zone out, so much attention. Scream out, I'm in the building. They're watching, I know this. I'm rocking, I'm rolling, I'm holding. I know it, you know it. You know I know.
That's all, folks. I'm Patrick Lloyd.
And I'm Michael Kinser.
And this is your weekly Panther announcements.